Okay, I've made a bubble with the ivory, and I'm gonna make another vase shape, but it's going to be all earth tones. I was trying out this Chalcedony color that I brought to work with Kimmy with, and really by itself it's kind of a sand color. It really just looks like dirt or gravel, I guess. Really like the stuff you might see in a, I don't know, cat box. I think that's what I told Kimmy I thought it looked like. But I thought with that ivory it would really look good, and just trying to keep with some earth tone colors. I've got what is that called? Like a gold ruby, I think that's what that is. And aventurine old gold, which has got the aventurine copper in it. So I'm going to mix those light and dark colors on top of the Chalcedony. Now this Chalcedony, the bead users love it because depending on the amount of heat you put into it, it changes colors. It'll show the whole spectrum of color. But I don't have my oxypropane torch, so I can't really do that right now. It'll probably just keep this kind of muddy color that almost looks like the ivory, but I think it'll look pretty cool on top of it, and with these other earth tones. So even without really using it for what it's best known for, I think it can still be a really cool color. I hope so, because I got a lot of it. I also think it might look good on top of a powder. Although it's sort of a small frit, it may not react real well. Like sometimes I get the spiderweb effect using an opaque color underneath powders. But we'll have to see. Now I'm going to twist this, and then I'm going to encase it, and then I'm going to blow it out. Glory hole is still working great. I blew a nice wavy bowl just a little while ago. It was a kind of crazy color attempt. I know I've not really had much success trying to blow really intense aventurine green color, but I wanted to use it with the purples that I had out, and I really laid it on. Sure enough, it tried to get away from me, but I was able to control the heat, kind of experiencing the new glory hole working out for me there, and it looked really cool. It had dichroic glass down in the very bottom of it that held itself up real well. That shiny green, I would just picture that thing outside at a street fair, just blinding everybody that walks by. Definitely catch some eyes with that thing. It's just so hot right now. It's amazing. Not me, just the glory hole. That just dripped into the mold right now. Just root. Feels like I'm working about 100 degrees or more hotter. Changes timing. Shorter timing is always better. I don't mind shorter. Really holding its heat right now. Just working this thing. put the bubble back in it, shape it up real nice, and then get the next gather. I'll use the block to shape it up and get a real consistent heat for putting the bubble back in it. Looks like a 6 block to me. Almost a 7. Back's been holding up pretty well today. I don't know if I let that cool down long enough. Worked out okay, but boy, this thing wants to move. Quickest way to take the heat out of something, stiffen it up, is right here at the marver. Just roll it around on here and transfer that heat. Some heat into that neck and give it a puff. So I really want to try to put that cone shape on the top of this one. I'm gonna go for that. I think I remember that I used to do a little bit more setup for that than I've been doing. Just try to shape the cone before I puff it out. This just really wants to blow out. Talk about a animal print kind of design. I think Lisa was asking about something like that, or maybe it was Amy. This has kind of got that look. It just kind of depends on what that Cal Sydney's going to do. Did you see how short that heat was right there? Man, that was nothing. Nice little break-off line right there. Now I am going to go ahead and add the blowpipe hose. Really get a nice blow on this at the bench. Working on that. Working on my entry into the bench with this thing, get that hose up underneath. So much better when you don't have the pipe rolling over the hose. Man, something I saw in the videos there in Texas. I was just fighting that constantly. So just keep watching that. I'm going to swing this down now. That is plenty blown out at the top. Got a nice bit of glass left down there at the bottom. Good color density. I like swinging without the hose because I tend to swing without turning the pipe if I do that. It's too hard to turn the pipe with the hose in my hand. So for a piece like this, it's getting nice and tall though, I want to make sure that I'm really square, so I like to use the hose for that. Now the only part I haven't cooled is the very end. So that should be puffing out really good when I do that. It looks real straight to me. So I'm going to take it over and tune it up, flatten the bottom, and turn it around. Wow, really beautiful colors. Really, really beautiful colors. Very rich. Just really, really intense and nice down here. Very interesting. Flat bottom again. I think one more time and I'll have it real good. Good heat. Still holding the heat. Pretty neat looking. couple cracks up here in the moil. I gotta watch out here. Nice thickness there. Just says to me that the very end of it was getting a little cold. It sure was moving. It suggested to me that it was a little thin up there. Looks like it's going to hold on though. The thickness was really perfect though, especially for a vase. Probably could have used a quick hit with the torch, but it was okay. Really happy I didn't lose this like that. Not yet anyway, right? So what I meant last time is I kind of want to work this back, and in order to do that, I think I'm going to trim it real quick and get it even, but then push back the glass so it's almost flat on the top, and then puff it out. Let's give that cone-shaped top. So I'll use the tweezers and the shears to get it even by pulling a little bit out and cutting it all the way around. Then I'll work that back with the newspaper and the jacks, however works best. And then give it a little puff, shape it up with the newspaper, and hopefully box it. Looks like it's already hot. On my fingers. Damn, it's hot. Woo! See if I can force it back down now. It opened up a little bit during that, so we'll have to see here. All those great glass blowers get somebody with some newspaper covering their hands, man. Does get a little warm. In class for solo blowing, they tell you to just douse your hand in some water. But when you're in the middle of cutting something and you ain't got much time to get it closed, that ain't always an option. And it doesn't look like it's going to want to do what I wanted it to. Oh, it's already opening up quite a bit here. We'll see. Kind of looks like the pieces I've done with the cone top. I just got to see if I can get it to come out now. Newspaper thing there got a little dry in all this dry weather we're having. I can even it up. Spent too much time shaping it that time. opening funny. I don't know if I'm going to be able to straighten that out or not. We'll see. I'm going to use the jacks this time. The hole's just too big. Need a nice little 1.5 inch, maybe 2 inch diameter max hole on that. Let's just open this thing up. To get it straight. This one went really fast. It's funny, I had plans at one step to do one other thing, but I just got through it so quick. Tools are all right on top of each other. That seems pretty nice. Changed quite a bit from a closed top to a flared open top, but I like it. Really, really pretty colors.